Hello everyone. In continuation with lecture 1. In the lecture 1 we have learned about how the bands are formed in the solids. And in the lecture 1 we have seen that there are two bands, two important bands in the solids. One is a valency band and another one is conduction band. And valency band is partially filled or completely filled, and conduction band is always empty, and there is a band gap in between the valency band and conduction band, that is called forbidden energy band gap. Okay, so based upon this band gap, the solids are classified into three types: conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. So in conductors, what happens is the valency band and conduction band overlaps with each other in some materials. Otherwise, they are separated by very small band gap. Okay, so that means in all valency band is nothing but a combination of several energy levels with the outermost electrons, if it is partially filled like this. Okay, so in conductors, valency band and conduction band overlaps with each other in some materials. Otherwise the band gap will be very low. That means even at the room temperature, if you can give some energy, these electrons jumps into the empty band, conduction band, and the conduction process starts. And most of the metals are considered as good conductors of electricity or heat. Okay, because even little amount of energy is enough to start the conducting process in the conductors. Now when you consider the semiconducting materials, in the semiconducting materials, the valency band and the conduction band are separated by a small energy band gap which is less than 2 electron volts. So in the valency band, okay, if you can give the energy more than 2 electron volts, then these electrons jumps into the conduction band by leaving holes in the valency band. So in the semiconductors, to initiate the conduction process, you have to give the energy more than 2 electron volts. So how you are going to define the semiconducting materials? The materials whose energy band gap, forbidden energy band gap, is less than 2 electron volts, those materials are known as semiconducting materials. Now coming to the insulating materials, insulators, there is a huge band gap which is greater than 2 electron volts and it extends up to 6 electron volts. Even though if you can give much amount of energy to create the conduction process, the insulating material destroyed because of that huge amount of energy, it doesn't be converted into the conductor. So we can start the conduction process in the conductors and semiconductors by supplying minimum amount of energy. So once again I am repeating that in conductors, valency band and conduction band are overlapped with each other. So and some materials they are separated by very small energy band gap. And semiconductors, valency band and conduction band, the band gap is less than 2 electron volts and we can initiate the conduction process by supplying an amount of energy which is just more than the 2 electron volts. So for insulators, the forbidden energy band gap is more than 2 electron volts and it extends up to 6 electron volts. So like this, based upon the band theory, the materials are classified into conductors, semiconductors and insulators. Hope you understood. Thank you.